So my name is DJ, and I'm here with Chris and Luke.
Probably should have figured who's going first, huh?
Yeah, who's going first?
It's like the basic shit. You just say, hey.
I'm going first, I guess. Say Luke first before Chris, otherwise the viewers will be confused.
Take two.
So my name is DJ, and I'm here with Luke.
Hey.
And Chris.
Yo.
So they're meant to be local Star Wars experts, isn't that right?
No.
Take three.
Let's just get to the premise of the video, okay? So basically in this video, we're taking Star Wars and the Avatar The Legend of Aang, and we're merging them into one universe. We're going to be looking at individual Star Wars characters and judging which style of bending they would possess out of the four elements.
Water, earth, fire, air.
The first character is like two characters, Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker. I think as soon as Anakin changes to Darth Vader, I think he becomes a whole different character and a new bending style.
It's interesting you say that, because I would actually consider him be one type of bending for the entire thing.
For real, I completely disagree with that, but...
It's interesting you say that.
What do you think, Luke?
If I hear you guys say, it's interesting you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking cry.
Well, Luke, it's interesting you say that.
Thanks. Oh yeah, probably shouldn't have sworn. Yeah, I guess, because he's like, Darth Vader's like a continuation of Anakin, right? He's like, everything Anakin kind of becomes in the end, like his worst parts kind of expanded upon.
I mean, what's the famous line that Darth Vader says? He says, Anakin is dead.
When does he say that?
You know what I mean? So I think don't look at my sources.
When did Darth Vader in the original trilogy go, oh, Anakin is dead? When did that happen? Classic line from the end of The Empire Strikes Back.
I'm pretty sure somewhere along the lines. I'm not sure if it's in the Clone Wars or in the trilogy.
I swear, hang on a minute, I swear he doesn't.
Darth Vader says that Anakin is dead. Like, against Ahsoka in that fight.
Hey, wait, hang on, what, can we not just like pause now?
Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, go on, someone check.
Because there's not like a clean line about it.
Oh, is there not?
The implication for Anakin being dead, I think, is the kind of emotion in Anakin's eyes when you see him through the mask. Like, you kind of see him retreat. I guess you can say, like, he retreats back into being Vader. Like, for a brief moment, you kind of see what would be Anakin beneath the mask.
So the way I think about it is, there's two entities living in one body. So when one entity emerges, he becomes a different bending. And when the other entity emerges, he becomes a different type of bending, in my opinion.
It's an interesting way of putting it.
What are those two different types of bending?
I mean, for my example, like, I would say Anakin is a firebender because he's full of passion and rage. He always has been. That's one thing he could never bring to be a good Jedi, was he couldn't get rid of his feelings.
Okay.
And then when it comes to Darth Vader, and I think you guys will disagree with this, but I think he's a metal bender. I think he's a metal bender because he's like, what? I'm pretty sure like a quarter of him is left that's human. The rest is metal.
Well, a metal bender's an earth bender, though.
Okay, right. That doesn't make him a metal bender, right? That just means he's
like,
got a lot
metal
of
benders
metal
can still bend earth.
I mean,
so
yeah.
the traits of earth bending, by that logic, are tied to.
That's nothing to do with his personality.
No, but that's the thing. I think earthbending and metal bending should be two classifications. Like, I know they're still earthbenders, but like they have a different. Like, I know some earthbenders who can't.
If anything, it's a more skilled earthbender, because it's a person that can see the finite earth within metal.
Okay, so are we saying that a metal bender has the same traits?
A metal bender is an earthbender, but not all. It's like all fingers are thumbs. You know, it's like an earthbender can be a metal bender. I guess a terrible analogy, actually, that doesn't work. But not all earthbenders can learn metal bending, but all metal benders can bend earth.
We can't set, what bending they are based on their physical state, because otherwise they're a bloodbender up until Anakin's on fire, at which point he's a firebender, then he's a metal bender because he's covered in metal.
That's a good point.
If that's the case, right, and you guys, okay, fair enough. I think then Anakin and Darth Vader are firebenders.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think that's 100% fair.
He's just a Zuko, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Well, I don't know if he is. I think he's there are differences, I think, really. In the end, they are kind of that redeemed hero, but I think the way they kind of go about it is different.
And what do you think, Luke?
Yeah, I agree. That's what he said it first. I was gonna say that, and then he said it ahead of me.
You can still
so I
say
can't
it.
say it anymore.
just say it again. Repeat it.
Yeah, just repeat it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think he's like Zuko a bit, kind of, but he's also like different in that he's a redeemed hero. Like,
Yeah. So are we saying Firebender here?
I think Firebender makes the most sense. There's too much like unbridled rage, particularly as well the parallels between Firebending and the dark side too. Like they're both drawn on like emotions that the Jedi don't.
Yeah, definitely. So we're saying Firebender for Darth Vader / Anakin. Okay, the next character is going to be Luke Skywalker. I think he's the Earthbender. I think he's the one who's stable.
It's funny you say that, DJ, because I've decided to disagree with you. I think he's a waterbender because he's all about that flow of energy. Of like he like quite easily accesses the dark side, the light side. He's like waterbender. I feel is like kind of weak. I don't because Luke Skywalker isn't he doesn't have like a ton of personality. To be honest, there's not a lot to work with.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because you don't have that same. I mean, like he's got 3 films, but like you don't have that same kind of character development in that regard. Like, not that he's not a. I'm not saying he's a bad character. He's great. I fucking love Luke, but
I love Luke too.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I was kind of thinking Air to an extent, but I don't know. I don't really have like a strong justification towards Luke.
My take on Luke, right? So when I said earthbending, I meant like his unbending morals, his strong will. So remember when he confronted Darth Vader and he was like, I'm gonna turn you and you're not gonna turn me. Do you remember when he was captured?
Yeah, what movie did you watch? I don't understand. I don't know any of these lines.
Am I quoting these all wrong? Because I'm pretty sure.
I feel like you've watched a different trilogy.
Waterbending's like an element of change, right? Which is what I've read off the avatar.fandom.com/bending arts. It's an element of change. So it's the kind of fluidity moving from
Are we just going to skip over the fact where he confronted Vader and they were both trying to convert each other, but it turned out Luke was unconvertible. He was like uncorruptible. And he was the one who changed Vader, and Vader had no chance of changing Luke. That was like established.
Yeah. Use one of those, cut out the other ones. And use one of those depending on what kind of vibe you want. I guess, yeah. Like maybe. Sure, he's tempted though, and he's like his whole journey is about like trying to grapple between that. At the end, he does win, so I guess we can say that he's like more morally fastidious than.
Ooh, fastidious!
Look at you with the big words.
Yeah, put that in. Put a flash a definition up on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, what are we leaning towards then?
I think water. Like, I don't really have a justification for air. I do think Luke is right. I think there's like he says, the element of change. It's kind of a good summary for him as a character.
We'll go for waterbending then. Yeah, fair enough. We'll go for waterbending.
Also, can you cut out the bit where I said morally fastidious? Because fastidious is not right. No, I just googled it. That does not work there. Yeah. Do not put the definition up. It does not work, please.
So keep it in. Keep it in because of that. Keep that in.
Yeah, I'll message you now. Don't.
Okay, cool. It must be important to you if you're messaging me privately as well. Let's go for Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. What a man. What an earthbender. What a strong, powerful earthbender. He is calm. He has absolutely almost no emotions or emotional growth. He's just all about fighting and peace. That's Earth, I'm pretty sure, right?
I would have said air.
Well, you'd be wrong. So it's a good thing I said Earth. It's a good thing I said Earth first, and now you
You're
can
right.
agree with me. Yeah.
I be honest with you, I think he's air as well, if I'm being honest with you, yeah.
Oh, no, that's embarrassing. Both of you are wrong? Wow. What is this channel?
Wait, did you not say air as well? What did you say, Luke?
I said Earth.
Well, I think Earth. No, I'm joking. I think air.
Hey, do you want to do a clean take of that? Do you want to go again and say, oh yeah, I think it's actually earthbending? Do you want to do that now? You can cut out the bit where you're wrong.
I also agree he's air. He's like incredibly tied to the Force. Like he was incredibly aware.
Interesting. I disagree. I strongly disagree. I will not move on from this until you both say earthbending with me.
Wait, do you know that one scene where he's fighting Darth Maul, and then the lasers are around them both, and then Qui-Gon Jinn sits.
And he dies.
No. Qui-Gon Jinn sits and meditates whilst the lasers are around him, because no one can.
An Earthbender wouldn't have done that. He would have started like throwing rocks.
Earthbender would have done that. How dare you? Earthbender, he gets closer to the ground. More of him is touching the ground. He's an Earthbender through and through.
I'm pretty sure it was in a metal ship. Oh wait, that doesn't help my
metal bending. Fuck you. How dare you?
Yeah, he's got a point. He's got you there.
Yeah. Damn metal bending.
No, I'm staying with air.
Looks like we're at an impasse here.
Are we? There's two of us saying air and one person who's who's adamantly saying earth. If anything, Luke, you're becoming more of an earthbender the more this goes on. You're stubborn and you
I'm
won't
emulating
change.
Qui-Gon Jinn. Leave me alone. Let me win, please.
It's not a competition.
Wait, why are you saying earth? Why are you saying earthbending?
Because he's super, like, kind of stable and calm, and he's all about peace, and he doesn't have any emotions. Doesn't, like, kind of... He doesn't
have any emotions?
What emotion does he show at any point? Name one.
Happiness.
That's a good point.
Pain. He was in pain when he died. That was it. That's all he had.
Okay. I mean, Chris, has that changed your opinion at all?
If anything, you're wrong.
Well, that's because you're a fool. You can't understand. He's so controversial because there's like nothing to work with here, right?
There's more to work with if you watched like Clone Wars.
Oh, is he in Clone Wars? I thought he's dead by then.
No, because he appears in kind of visions and stuff like that, and he also he's the person, like I said, that teaches Yoda how to become a Force ghost. That's like a very airbendery kind of thing. It's a very sort of spiritual thing, tied into the spirit realm. Airbenders have a strong tie to the spirit realm.
Ah.
Oh, don't you? He's a fucking spirit. Easy.
That's a really good point.
He wasn't always a spirit. He wasn't always a spirit, was he? He was alive at some point.
You're right, but he was after he died.
It doesn't count. It's not canon.
Oh, don't you?
So, how about we agree to this? He was an earthbender while he was alive, but he turned into an airbender when he died.
No, I respectfully think he's an airbender and only, but,
Okay, yeah, except when, as a ghost, do you ever see him flying? Or is he attached to the ground? Do you see where I'm coming from here?
You're right.
He has a special connection with the Earth at all possible times.
You say that, but like...
Avatar.fandom.com/wiki/bending_art says about earthbending that it demands a special connection with the Earth that is achievable with neutral Jing, listening, though seemingly doing nothing, and waiting for the right moment to strike. Just like my favourite character, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Alright, do you know what? Just based on that one line, Luke, I'm turning towards earthbending.
Is it because you want me to stop talking about Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna lean towards earthbending here, Chris.
Well, you can do that, but you would be wrong.
But do you not agree with some of the points he's made, at least?
I do, but I still think he's more of an...
Well, it's 2 against 1, isn't it, Luke? So,
yeah. Now that's acceptable. Suddenly, 2 versus 1 is good enough.
Yeah, that's applicable because you agree with Luke now. When it was me and you think it's Airbender, no, we'll give Luke 5 minutes to give an argument of why Earthbender again. That'll sway it.
Alright, fair play.
Jesus.
Fair play. Fair play. All right, Chris. I go ahead. Use your airbending argument.
I've given my airbending argument. Like, I'm content with it.
Yeah, but do it while shouting and like.
You're right. If I get really angry and start quoting avatar.fandom.com/wiki/bending_art, that's when you get the real facts. I like how we're on the same bloody wiki page throughout this.
Am I the only one who hasn't used this wiki page? Because
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Got you. All right, cool. We're gonna go for Earthbender. We're gonna stamp him as an Earthbender. All right, because there's 2 versus 1. He's an Earthbender. Okay, cool. And that's all the characters, guys. That's all the characters we did. How should I end this video?
Like that. End of the video. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. And let us know in the comments what you think. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Our opinions are fact.